Alright gang, welcome back to a Broke to Billionaire challenge on Ohio Richlands. You join me, still July, part 2 of July. We're still continuing the harvest of this field here. The workers still going across the street over there doing the potatoes. And we're continuing our quest here to try to get all the money back that we've spent in the last number of episodes. Went against the grain of what I had said, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes ago about how we were just going to be saving money for a while and it'd be a little boring, but I think it's for the best, as we've mentioned a number of times. We need to figure out ways to make more money faster, and you have to spend a little money to make a little money, right? So that's where we're at. Currently on the way back with the wheat here. We're going to drop this off in our makeshift mill. And hopefully, hopefully we continue to make some money here as we carry on. But how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. Things are good here. Things are good here, all things considered. Things are good. I did get some relatively disappointing news at work the other day, where it appears, unless things change, which they could, that I will not be here. I'll be out of the country, just in Canada, not too far, outskirts of Toronto specifically, during the week that FS22 releases. So it's a bit unfortunate. I'm a little upset about it. I would love to be able to, you know, have FS22 going the day it comes out, have an actual episode release, probably a shorter one, but I would have loved to have that happen. But at least at current, it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Now, that's a number of months from now, so anything could change. But at current, it appears that I will be outside of the country. And it's not something like I could just take my Xbox with me there and do some videos late at night after work. It's I use a desktop. I don't have a laptop or anything like that for doing my, you know, video editing. I mean, the laptop, I have a laptop for work, but I can't necessarily use my work laptop to do this. So we may be a few days delayed before we begin FS22, unfortunately. So I don't know what that'll mean specifically for this channel. I don't know if it'll mean that we have some more FS22 videos closing out, or if we just take a day or two off. I don't know yet. I haven't fully decided that yet, but I will figure something out. It's just I'm sad. I'm really sad. They could have picked any other week, and they happened to pick the one week where FS22 is releasing it. It's just it sucks. But it is what it is. What are you gonna do, right? Work is how I'm able to survive and live, so I've got to do it. Nothing I can do. I also just recently, this weekend, I'm doing this video over the weekend, I just recently finished watching the very last episode of the Grand Tour, which is the British guys, Jeremy Clarkson. You probably know him if you watch Clarkson's Farm at all. For the longest time, they were doing a motoring show, and I pretty much grew up watching that. I mean, I think I was 14, maybe 15, 16, somewhere around there. So, I mean, I was a little bit older, but still, I kind of grew up through middle school, high school, all that period, and beyond, college and everything else and beyond, watching them. So, feels like you kind of lost a little bit of, like, your best friends, right? I mean, I never knew them, but you would watch them all the time, and I consistently still watch their episodes on repeat all the time. So it kind of just feels like you lost some friends. You know what I mean? It's sad. I know they're still going to be around. They're doing other things, like Clarkson's Farm still going for a number of more seasons, which is great. But you know, the banter between the three of them, it's just it's going to be sad not seeing that. I hope they still do something, you know, at some point, regardless if it's a podcast or just every once in a while they all pop on like YouTube or something together, like on Drive Tribe or something. Like, I would love to see that. I know this is a farming channel and I'm kind of talking about cars, but it has to do with Jeremy Clarkson, which is really brought a lot of attention to farming that otherwise wasn't there. So just sad to see that go. I mean, but we're getting old, man. We're all getting old. That just tells you right there. They're retiring. We're getting old. So anyway, I digress from the farming here. So we've got this little strip here that we're going to be continuing to do here. I'm just going to go ahead and stop there. Let the worker continue doing it. Sorry, getting hit the microphone there. They're going to continue. And when they get to the end, it's going to say they're done, even though they're not, but we'll pick that back up. This one is full, so we need to go ahead and get some potatoes out of the way here. And really our goal today is to try to get both of these fields completely harvested. There's still a lot to do for the potatoes, but as, you know, in consideration from where we were before, it's not that bad. But we still have to get these potatoes up and get these out of here. And we'll hopefully, by the time the end of the episode comes, this field that we at least cut off will be done. And we can carry on. Adding something new in here. So kind of what I'm thinking, let me go to into the bird's eye view, the best I can do for that. Kind of what I'm thinking here, gang, is this is a really big field, right? Really big field. I'm thinking, I think I went a little bit too far originally. I think I'm going to cut it, I don't know, somewhere around in here, I think. Straight across like this. Separate it that way. And then all this can be one field, and then all this will be one field. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not fully confident with that statement, but I think that's what I'm going to do. So, let me get this out of the way. We're going to have to go take these and drop them off. Hopefully there's some more room somewhere. We're running out of room for a lot of things. A lot of things. But it's a good thing to have. It's a good problem to have, right? It's a really good problem to have. So the potatoes are completely full in the first one. Pretty much full in that one. And yeah, they're pretty much maxed out. So that's a bit of a problem for us. We may not end up being able to do anything on that field over there. Actually, now that we looked at that, because obviously we didn't jump a day. There's really no point to jump a day at this point. We just need to get these fields done, if at all possible. So I don't know what we're gonna do with all those potatoes, because that's a lot of potatoes still that we're gonna have to figure out something to do with, right? I'll have to see if I can think of something else. We've already spent a ton of money putting productions down. We got 3 different productions we're utilizing for potatoes. So I really don't want to put another one down at this point. I think that's enough. I think that's a little too much at that point. I guess maybe it isn't because of how many potatoes we have, but eventually we're not going to have any more potatoes because we said we weren't going to put any more potatoes in there, right? So, or down in the ground. So maybe we should, but I don't have a plan to. I'm going to have to find probably, I guess, some kind of silo for the potatoes. They won't work in the silos we have. At least I don't think they will. I'll check it, but I'm pretty sure they won't. Perhaps we could put it in that standalone silo that I put the straw in, because that one's a little bit slightly unrealistic in the fact of how it works. So maybe you can put them in there, but I doubt that too. So we're going to have to figure something out for these potatoes. Let's go see if we can. Dump them in that one silo I was talking about. Let's go see. It can't hurt to go look. Yeah, as expected, it does not work. Now, the other thing we can attempt to try here is just selling the potatoes outright, right? That's an option. I don't really want to do that, but that's an option. The other thing we can do is if we go to the used market here, there is a trailer out here. It's not crazy by any means, but it is a trailer nonetheless, and I think we could hook it into this one. I believe we could. So we could hook 2 of them up together. That's an option. I actually think I'm going to do it. I mean, it's only going to cost us $14,000. That's nothing at this point. Why not spend some more money? So we'll buy that. Let me drop those off. Let me head down there to the shop, pick that trailer up, and we should be able to connect all these together. And if we can connect those 2 together, they can just house and hold our potatoes. I really don't care. They're perfectly fine. They can sit outside. We've got 3 trailers then. That'll help us too, having those 2. If we can connect those 2, whenever we're out on these big fields now, we don't have to make so many trips back and forth dropping stuff off. Let me get down there, pick it up. I'll meet you back here. Alright, we got the trailer back here. Just past noon. Gained a little bit of funds, but not much. Let's see if we can back this up. Let's see if this will work. I think it's going to. Hell yeah, it does. That's what we wanted to see. So I think these are probably going to be staying attached to the hip for the most part, I would think. and we'll probably be utilizing these a lot. I don't know if I can attach the other one or not. I don't really think I want to make a train that long. I think this is long enough, but there's an option to do that as well, I guess, if we can do it. I didn't just even think about doing it beforehand because it was just 2 and we had them running all over the place, but you never know. We may want 3 at some point. In any case, we're going to continue the quest here. I believe that harvester over there is full. And I think this one is full too, I think. So we've got to unload these suckers. Now, granted, this Rudolph back here, it's not a very big trailer. It's not anywhere near the one in the front. The one in the front's a little unrealistic. But it is more space. It does help, for sure. And that's the reason I have it on the back. And the reason I want it on the back is because we can drop it off whenever we need to. We don't have to necessarily carry it around all the time. Now, we'll need a little bit of service. Actually, I think a lot of things need some service here, so we'll have to potentially do that today as well, but let's get this unloaded here first. Take the worker off. That should work just fine. Now, I don't suspect that the front one will be full here, but from this unload, but it will be soon enough, so it's just all this really does is even temporarily, it just helps us temporarily with storing some potatoes for a while so we don't have to buy a specific silo for it, which is going to be pricey since that one didn't work, which I didn't think it was going to, but it was worth a shot. Alright, so let's get this out of the way. That should work for now. Okay, those are good. Those are out of the way. Cancel this. Back this up. Jump into the other one. Lots of equipment. We're gaining a lot of equipment now. Get this unloaded. Get the worker back going here again. So, we'll continue on here, gang. Once I get this unloaded, I will probably take over for the worker doing the harvest here. Try to finish this one up. Then we're going to get the windrower out here. We're going to get the straw up. We're going to start putting that in the BGA because we could definitely use that. That has that straw, the excess straw that we had, has been devoured. So get through that a little bit. That'll help. Yeah, and we'll carry on here. So we'll see you here soon. All right, we are moving along here nicely. Long time lapse there, but we got a lot done. There's still a lot to harvest over there. There's still a good chunk here of the potatoes. I suspect the back trailer is going to get pretty damn full here right now, if not completely full. So, something else we're dealing with. Yeah, to me, just looking at it, it's going to be full or right at the edge of being full. So I don't know what to do, or I guess what to buy another trailer. I don't know what else to do. Yep, it's not. There's still potatoes in there, and it's done. So, I mean, we can go try to sell some of these potatoes, but other than that, it's buy another trailer, right? And realistically, we need to flip out the tractor on these anyway. Honestly, we should probably flip out all 3 tractors. The case, the black case we've been using across the way there, should be put on this one, and then like the blue New Holland or whatever, or the Star or whatever, should go on that trailer over there, right? And then this green John Deere we can utilize for the front windrower and picking up all the straw. We could start doing that, you know, simultaneously, but I don't know. I mean, we can look at, quick save here, we can look at the map again and see if anything's been chewed through in about an hour or so that we've been doing stuff, but I doubt it. There's a little bit there, but that's not really going to be enough to get rid of everything out of here. Same there, so I guess we'll just attempt to get rid of some and see what happens, right? Alright, let's see what we can get rid of here. Yeah, not a whole lot. Now, I might be able to get rid of some of it in there, but I'm afraid that these are going to be hard to back in, but we'll give it a shot. Having dualies here probably is not going to be the easiest. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. I'm not good at backing stuff in anyway, as it is. So we'll hold off on that for now. Let's go take them to the our potato production that we made across the way and see if we can get rid of some there too. I don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is drop off the new trailer here. We're just going to leave it here. Well, if I stop running into stuff, we're just going to leave it here and, you know, go that way. Just leave it here as a refill option for this. Perfect. So we are spawning stuff now. I believe this is... yeah, it's the starch, right? So, because we're trying to get prepped to use the starch and the eggs and everything else, right? We talked about that. So, let me fill up the water here real quick of the sheep. I don't know how much they're going to need, if they need anything at all, but let's just go fill them up really quick. Okay, this trigger on this thing is super finicky. You've got to be in the perfect spot or it won't trigger. I don't even know if it took anything or not. I didn't see it. It was too fast. I'm assuming yes, because that's pretty much where I was at before, and it's not popping it up. So I'm assuming yes. Sorry, neighbor. Driving in your yard for a second. So what I'm going to do here, gang, is I'm going to go take these back, I guess, over and just sit them in front of the BGA, I suppose, for now. We'll unload the harvester over there, and then keep the worker going there, and then we'll take over for the worker over here on the potatoes. I'm pretty sure he's having some major issues there, so we'll take over for doing those. I don't know if we'll be able to get them all up or not, but we'll attempt it. We'll see how many we can get up and just store them in the actual potato harvester, and well, I guess we'll go from there. Alright, all of that is set. I also brought the John Deere over here with the loading wagon and the windrower on the front out there. You can probably see it in the distance. So all of that is done. When we get this back to our our makeshift mill, I will switch the tractors out, and then I will put the case here on the potato trailer, even though there's really not a whole lot of room in there, so I don't suspect we'll really utilize that much of it today, but we'll put it on there nonetheless, and hope and pray that we'll be able to get some more room for potatoes here soon, because I don't know what else to do with them. Buy more trailers, buy a silo, I guess, but they're not cheap. Potato silos, from what I can tell, anything I can find on ModHub at least, none of them are cheap. So, part of the problem. But let's get this back. I'll drop everything off here at the mill. I'll do all of this. I'll just jump cut this. Drop all of this off the mill. Switch everything out. And then when you get back with me, I will more than likely be on the potato harvester. And we'll see how much of the potatoes we can get up. Alright, we're on the harvest here. Back into it. It's good to be back in it. Potatoes are pretty much, I think you all know this if you were watching my series long enough, and I feel like you have. Probably my least favorite thing to do. Even though it's very similar to a lot of the other things like sugar beets, and really it's kind of similar to doing the carrots and all that stuff. For some reason, they just drive me insane. I don't know why. They do. They just drive me insane. So I'm very happy that we were able to fund this harvester, because it does make it easier. I don't have to do so much. It does everything for me. Now when we get to the end here, my goal is to kind of come back up over here, that side that's on the edge here that's kind of awkward, that we left a line, because the reason why we really weren't able to hit that very well is because of the trees and this extension, right, where you unload the potatoes. It kept drilling the trees, so we got to come up that way when we're going to do that side, I guess. That's what I'm trying to get at. I think I'm going to put this on a worker briefly, though, because I want to say I heard, yes it is, it's full. Well, I say heard. I saw the line pop up saying that it was full, so we need to get that unloaded. I want the worker to continue doing their thing, and I don't want to sit there and just pay for the worker just to sit there and wait on me to get there. So we'll briefly put the worker on the potatoes, and we'll go back to the potatoes in just a second. Now, this episode's getting pretty long. I don't know if we're going to be able to get these fields re-drilled or not. We might have to wait until the next episode for those. I don't know yet. Now, the Zelonka series, the campaign on the map Zelonka, just finished yesterday. Well, at least it should be yesterday, as long as I got my days right. If it isn't, sorry, spoiler. Anyway, it should be finished yesterday. I'm going to be putting a new map from the campaign, so a new map made by Giants that, you know, came out with the DLC or whatever. It'll probably be Silver Run Forest, but or Silverwood Forest, whatever it is. But we'll see. It'll probably be that, though. And I don't know if I will have it all set up and ready to go this week, though. So if I don't, this series will have another episode this week. It'll be, you know, in the regularly scheduled spot for the campaign playthrough, which is, you know, Tuesdays and Fridays. So if I can't get it prepped, set up, and ready to go this week because of work, we'll put one of these in there instead. I have a couple of these ready to go. Not many, just a couple of them ready to go. So, well, I don't have anything ready after this episode, I guess I should say, but you get what I mean. Like, I have a few of them on backlog ready to be edited that are prior to this. So that's why I'm saying if my, I don't know where I'm going. I should just leave it up here. If my dates are wrong, what I'm saying, I think that Zelonka ended yesterday. If it's wrong, that's the reason why, is I had to put some things in place. I guess is what I'm trying to get at. I don't know if anything I just said makes sense. I probably might have confused you even more, and I apologize either way. But hopefully you get what I'm trying to get at. Or get the point I'm trying to get to. Okay, what are you doing? He's doing some weird-ass shit right here. Is it him, right? Yeah, he's doing some weird shit. I'm going to let him go for a little bit because I don't want to take over and then kill the crop. Need to wait till the tires get far enough along that I don't kill it. Alright, that'll work. So we're nearly full in this thing, so there's no way we're going to be able to get all these potatoes up before we get full, so we've got a bit of a problem. So the only other thing we can do is get that wheat field fully harvested and then utilize that trailer as well as for potatoes. But then the problem comes into play. Are we going to be able to get rid of enough potatoes between now and the next episode? We will be going to August in the next episode, so will there be enough potato... I'm not wording that correctly. Will there be enough... Will the productions have had enough time to get through enough potatoes to remove all of them from one trailer? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Doubtful. So, that's what I'm saying. We're in a bit of an issue here. Just drilled the mailbox. Sorry. Okay, I don't know how much of this we'll be able to get done, but we're going to try to get as much of it as we can before we're full here. And I'm just going to leave everything in the harvester at this point. There's no reason not to, I guess. Although I would like to get rid of it because we'd get some money back. I just don't think it's going to happen. And we're running into stuff left and right now. Oh boy. What are we stuck on? There's a tree that's causing us issues. Oh boy. Oh boy, now we've done it. Okay. I can't stand these stupid trees. Get rid of them. Come on, please. Please, thank you. Okay. I really need to sort going through the edges here and get rid of every single one of those trees. I can't stand them because they cause so many issues, but I'm trying to wait. I mean, I guess I could just chop them down. I guess I could just chop them down and make sure they're moved out of the way. It probably would be better off, but I was trying to wait until, you know, it's the best time to sell wood or wood chips, right? Because it makes us a good amount of money, so I was trying to kind of wait, if that makes any sense. Well, there's no way we're going to be able to get to the end there before we get full, so I'm just going to back this up here real quick. I think I'm just going to leave it right here. Because we're at 99% already, so there's no way. That would be just a bit of a waste. This guy's full now, too. Oh, boy. The nice thing, quick save here, the nice thing... Oh, and I turned on the selling for the digestate, by the way, because we're getting full here. As you can see, we're more than halfway of the digestate storing, and this is maxed out. So we're selling that. So when 1400 hits, 2 o'clock or whatever that is, we're going to be making a good amount of money. So that's good. We need that. What was I saying? Now I forget what I was saying before that. I got off tangent. I saw that and I forgot to tell you about it. Now I'm getting off tangent. Oh, the mill, the makeshift mill that we made, the storage in there is actually really good. That's what I was trying to get at. You can see there the wheat. Look, we're not even halfway. We got 100,000 wheat in there. Wheat in there. 100,000 liters of wheat in there. We're not even halfway. So that's the only bonus we have in this whole situation. Now we could obviously just put stuff in the silos, so it's not that big of a deal. But you get what I mean. Now what we'll probably do once we're done. Or, well, yeah, we're fully harvested, and we're unloading it. Whenever we get the last trailer load of wheat, we'll take it by the chickens and unload some there. I don't expect they're going to accept that much, but we'll take it there anyway, because it is the same day. So I don't expect anything crazy to happen there. Now, I'm really hoping next episode that there's a harvester out there for sale, at a minimum, if not just the header, either one. I'm really hoping for that. I really want to upgrade the harvester. We need it. We've got big fields now. We need something that's faster. Otherwise, every one of these episodes, it's going to take me 3 hours to do them at this point, and that's not really... the longevity of that is not feasible for me in my current situation with work. So I need to figure out ways to speed these up a little bit so I can actually get them done, and get more than one episode done a day. For all the reasons that I've mentioned previously. I've mentioned a bunch of reasons. So let me get the rest of this field done. I'll just do a jump cut here. I'll get the rest of this field done. We'll unload all this stuff, all that good stuff. We'll get it done, and then we'll jump into the John Deere there, and we'll start getting the straw picked up so we can put that in the BGAs as well to make us some more money. Unfortunately, unless we find something else for the potatoes, like this trailer, right? Unless we are able to get this trailer to hold the rest of them, which I don't think it will, we're not really going to be able to finish that field over there. At least not in the way that we want. In other words, we're not going to be able to drill it this episode, more than likely, which sucks. Actually, we can't... I think I said earlier, and I misspoke. I think I said something about selling the potato harvester. We can't sell it today. We've got that whole back side of that field we haven't even started harvesting yet. So completely ignore that statement if I did say it, which I think I did. I'll have to go back in the edit and look. Maybe I'll edit it out. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Either way, what I was meaning to say is when we're done with the whole entire potato field, we will get rid of the harvester. We're not keeping it because we're not putting potatoes back in, as I've mentioned before. We're not buying the seeder for the potatoes, the planter for the potatoes. So we're nearly done with the harvest here, but I want you guys to see the amount we get here when 1400 hits. 1359 at current, so you're going to see a good amount of money jump up because of that solid fertilizer here in just a second. Nice. 2960. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty daggone good. So we're going to get here to the end. We'll get the rest of this unloaded in here. It should easily fit in this trailer. We'll take some of it, drop it off at the chickens, and then we can put this harvester away and we can begin working on the straw. Now, as far as the straw pickup goes, I don't think I will show you the whole thing of that. You've seen that a lot lately on a lot of different series on the channel. So I don't want to, bore you too much. I feel like that's extremely repetitive. Granted, the game's repetitive in general, but you get what I mean. The straw version of it is pretty... It's not as exciting to watch, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Is there anything left in here? I don't know if there is or not. No. Okay, so let's go take this back over to the chickens. Dump what we can in there, which, again, it won't be much, because if we look here... I mean, they've got a little bit of room, like 600 liters. It's basically nothing in the grand scheme of things. The sheep should be golden. Yep, they're good. Everything's good. I think what we're going to do, I think I've made my decision, or my mind up, I guess. I think we are going to unload some of the potatoes into this. I still don't think we're going to be able to get that section of the field done, even though I'd like to. I don't think it's going to happen. I'd have to be very creative with it anyway, which I think I might have mentioned before, but I'm forgetting, so bear with me if I have. I'd have to be very creative with how I did that field anyway if I re-drilled it, because if I wait too long and it takes too long to get the potatoes done, we could get an issue where we're going to start killing the crop that we put in while we're doing the turnarounds, right? So might be better off for us just to wait on drilling that field for a little bit longer until we're able to do a few headland passes potentially, or figure out some way to make it easier for the turnarounds and to make sure we're not killing any crop. So, either way, we're going to put some potatoes in there and hope that it's enough. I doubt it, but hope it's enough. These fields and this one look like they're all going to be ready in the next episode. So, we'll probably take care of the cotton field first, because that's going to be different, right? We don't necessarily need any of the trailers for that. Alright, it's unloading. I'm hoping and praying that we'll get enough out of this that we can finish the rest of this strip up. And then between now and the next episode, I can make my decision, at least, that if there's any way I can figure out a way to drill something in this field, we'll do it, but I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, so it's completely full, as I kind of expected, right? It's got 10%. There's a chance. There's a chance we can get this. Let's go for it. Let's give it a shot. I figured why not throw a little bit of my my windrowing into the loading wagon, or the forage wagon there for you. Why not? Good chunk of it's done, but there's still a lot to do. I got another full load here of straw. We're going to go drop it off, and I'll continue on. Alright, we just pulled up here. I just need to move this stuff out of the way so we can get some of the straw in here. Let's unload whatever we can in there. It's probably not going to be much, but let's do it. These will probably stay in this for the significant future, because this is a huge one. So I'll just leave this here for now. I don't really want to unload anything else out of there if at all possible. We'll unload it from the other two first, because they're smaller amounts. That way we can at least utilize them for whenever it's time to harvest something. I'm banking on a lot of potatoes being gone out the door overnight here. I don't know if it's going to be as many as I'm hoping for, but I'm banking on it. So, we'll unload some more of that into there. Let's see how we're doing here. Wrong way, of course. Yep, good. There's already a bunch of straw in there, so we're gonna carry on here. Let me drop some of this off. Does it have any room? This one has room, so let's drop some off in that one. Then I'll probably put some in our little I don't know what you would call it, a mixer. I don't know. The other silo that turns it into manure. We'll drop some in there because that's empty, so we can drop some off in there. And I think before we end the episode, I'm going to probably put down another few beehives, because I feel like we could use a few more in there. Yep, that's kind of what I expected to happen there. So the rest of this will go into that other silo I was talking about. This thing. Should be able to accept all of it. Nice. So I'll get this back over to the other side and continue to get all the straw up off camera. Let's put down some bees like I was talking about. Trying to keep them kind of lined up as much as possible here. Oh, I just popped an achievement for something that I haven't used before, bringing in the honey. One busy bee, haven't you? I guess so. Alright, we'll leave it at that. So we'll leave the episode there, gang. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe button. If you did, it helps me out a ton. Make sure you check out the new 100 horsepower challenge that is going to be out every Saturday moving forward. It's been a lot of fun. The first episode was a lot of fun. The next two to come are just as fun. We run into some issues, but it's a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll catch you all next time.